All right, y'all. So since Terrence Crawford made this comment about Errol Spence, I'm seeing now everybody's making a video about it. I done made my video about the shit, and I actually got a second one that I made pretty much where it's a follow-up, but you know, I'll bring up some points where check the video out, you see exactly where I'm coming from. But let me say this. Since then, it's been just conversation. Now people are starting to bring up other people's names and other situations. So people that's asking me who I think should be in the Hall of Fame. Look, there's people that's already in it, but there's people that's not in it. In terms of people from this generation, that, I mean, there's several people I can name, but let me just say it like this, okay? Because anything that's subjective, people can agree or disagree, which I don't personally care. But when you start to break down who did what, like, let me give it to you like this. Let's say a guy fought at one division, but in fighting at one division, he beat 7 or 8 great Hall of Fame, all-time great fighters. Let's say another guy was multiple champion, right, in different divisions, but he's beaten no Hall of Fame fighters or all-time greats. Now, in terms of accomplishments, the one that has the most accomplishments is what the majority of narrow-minded people would say is the better fighter. If you look at who beat the best competition, then you have to go with the person that beat the best competition, in my mind. Okay, as far as I'm concerned. Because, in other words, you beat some guys that a whole lot of other guys can beat as well, and then have beaten. But it's just when you fought them, it was for a championship. You have guys' names on your resume that were beat up, that were washed up, whereas another guy fought people who were pretty much in their prime, you know, or not far from it. So when you look and say who fought the better, stiffer competition, that's the direction that I go in. See, the thing is, when something is subjective, the problem with people who are idiots, man, let's just say it like it is, people that don't have good judgment on this shit, don't understand, don't have a really good boxing sense, they just say things based on what everybody else is saying, and pretty much anything that favors the fighter that they're defending, that's who they go for. You know, you can't look at people, like, it doesn't matter who you like, it's what these people have done and who they've done it against. You have fighters, like, for example, if that's the case, and you got people that think the franchise championship isn't a bad thing. Why? Because of who has it. You're a Canelo fan. You were a Lomachenko fan when he had it. But now, you don't hear anybody talking about it. Now, is it fair that Mauricio Suleiman can pick who he wants? And then he's saying you have to request it. They didn't request for you to come to them. You came to them on their own. That they have to request it part is to try to make it look like it's not favoritism. That's all that is. But the reality is, everybody doesn't have that same thing. So even if you're given an opportunity, you still have to make the most of it. But other people wasn't given an opportunity. There was nothing earned. And the camouflages, no, they did earn it because he dedicated his life to the sport and this and that. Oh, so the people that you chose are the only ones? So no. If that's the case, have a tournament for it. And then whoever wins the tournament should have it. No, I don't want to risk the person that I want to personally give it to lose. So is that fair? Because guess what? People can go into the Hall of Fame, and it's like, well, you were given opportunities that other people wasn't given. Star power can cause a lot of things to happen. Like, people can have mandatories for 3 fucking years and never have to fight, never been stripped, never forced to fight a mandatory, nothing. In fact, you're given the title that helps you to avoid fighting mandatories. So what is all these trophy belts and invisible titles? What does it really mean? What does it mean to have title eliminators? Then the winners of the title eliminators don't even have to fight each other. The winners of the title eliminators can tell the opponent that won the other title eliminator that, oh, you're asking for too much money. Then when someone comes into the picture that can provide the money, the fight still don't happen. So what are we talking about? You see what I'm saying? When it comes to someone saying, well, who do you think? Yeah, I could give you a list of people who I think should be in it or probably will be in it at some point, but it's really irrelevant in the sense of going into something that somebody else, like, I mean, even, for example, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they have rappers inducted in there. They don't even know who these artists are. They're not familiar with their music, but guess what? They take people from other genres. What is this to do? This is to get people who normally don't listen to rock music to say, oh, Kane is in there, Public Enemy's in there, Run DMC's in there, Cool J, okay, cool. And you know what they do? Now, people who normally might not listen to rock is going, oh shit, I never heard this group Def Leppard. Who? Oh shit, okay, I kind of like them. Okay, that's what this is for. No different from the WWE putting Pete Rose into their Hall of Fame. Sylvester Stallone, okay? The Boxing Hall of Fame, putting Sylvester Stallone in their Hall of Fame. I mean, all of this stuff, it's all people, like, it's not organic, it's not genuine, it's fucking business moves. You understand what I'm saying? And so once something becomes commercial, it gets to the point where authenticity goes out the window, and it's all about what makes money. So, I mean, we can do that list. It'll just be a just for fun thing, but at the end of the day, it comes down to who the powers that be want to see. That's just the way it really goes. Because, like, right, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. Right now, if you are into professional wrestling, you're probably going, how come Demolition isn't in the WWE Hall of Fame? Why aren't the British Bulldogs in the WWE Hall of Fame? Shit like that, right? Okay. Doesn't mean that they won't be, but goddamn, like, look at how long it's been. They're inducting Tugboat and Earthquake into the fucking Hall of Fame. So it makes you think, right? Why isn't Rick Rude? Like, you look at certain people and go, why is that person not in it? Why is it? Okay, this is what I'm telling you guys, man. It's who people want to be in it. I just be telling you who I think. I don't have dreams and wishes and desires for these people. It's not like I'm sitting here going, oh, they should put Jamal Charlo in it for sure. Because, yeah, you know, why not? Jamal Charlo should be in it. Why not? But I'm not sitting up here crossing my fingers. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, but it is one of those things where people, they see something a certain way, and then they go, oh, you know what? I thought such and such should be in it. But if they didn't put him in it, he must not be that good. They let people think for them. I really don't care about pound for pound, Hall of Fame, all-time great. I don't care about it. I understand what the requirement should be based on boxing. I mean, fuck, if a woman came to you and said, baby, I'm only with you because you can provide for me. If you didn't make 6 figures a year, I wouldn't be with you. Would you still stay with her? You understand what I'm saying? It's not about you. She's letting you know. If you ever lost your job, something happened, and I'm no longer happy, I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to leave. The choice is yours. What do you think this woman, what are your requirements? Why should this woman, you know, what should her requirements be to be with you? Because if she don't love you, she don't have your best interests in mind, and all she care about is what you can provide for her, well, what else does she need to say for you to know this bitch is no good? But if you're so whipped and you know, for some reason you're too stupid to see past it, right? Whose fault is that? Whose problem is that? That's a you problem. That all being said, this whole thing is just so watered down, man. I mean, you taking football, you know, the Detroit Lions didn't win a fucking championship, but there's no guarantee. I mean, there's no doubt. There should be a guarantee. Like Barry Sanders, like, look at him. He was on a fucking losing team almost every fucking season. I remember them having 1-12-4 season, and I can tell you right now, Barry Sanders. The thing about him, who wouldn't want Barry Sanders on their team? And he stayed loyal to the fucking Detroit Lions, man, and they just couldn't get it done. And if I don't know if y'all know about how his retirement came about, that shit was even accidental. The coach misunderstood what he meant, and he just went with it so the coach didn't get in trouble. But it's another story. But yeah, so my point, if somebody go, Barry Sanders ain't never win no motherfucking championship. No, they didn't. But look at his stats. And the numbers that he was able to put up on a team that had a terrible offensive line and was never a complete team. Right? Then you have a situation when you have some teams have easier seasons. See, it's like I said, win-loss records don't have receipts attached to them that explain what happened and how that person got there. It doesn't explain that. It's like if you have two teams playing, right? It's like when Bo Jackson got hurt in that game against the Bengals, right? Come on, man. The fucking Raiders trying to beat, of all teams, the Buffalo Bills at that time without Bo Jackson. I mean, they probably wouldn't have beat him even with Bo. Bo was a bad dude, but overall, the Bills are just a better team. But without Bo Jackson, so I'm just saying, it's not going to tell you, well, the Raiders got beat by the Bills, but they didn't have Bo Jackson. It's just going to tell you that the Raiders got crushed by the Bills. That's all it's going to tell you. So, and this is what I'm saying, man. It's like when it comes down to this kind of stuff, I don't really care about it. It's all superficial. What matters is that I'm in there winning and I'm fighting the best fighters out there and I'm not ducking nobody. That's all that matters. Now, the problem with a lot of fighters is people are not appreciated, and you find yourself in a position where you think something matters to people, it really doesn't. People are full of hate and envy in this world, man. So it is what it is. I know people who I can look at right now and say, well, that person does it. And Jamal Charlo is one of them. No doubt, for sure. But guess what? I'm not the one in control of that, man. And I really don't even care. But anyway, talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.